So here's what we're going to do. This is part 2, I guess, to my first video. This is going to be how to create a user in Linux and upload your server to it so that way it can be used. So what we're going to do is we are going to, if you don't have this, it's called PuTTY. Just go to Google, type SSH PuTTY. I've tried to record this video like 6 times now, and I keep getting interrupted from other stuff. But download it, install it. Your host name or your IP will be here. If you are using a hosting service, they will obviously give you that information. I have mine saved from my server that is currently across the room from me. And I am going to log in with my credentials. If you start typing and you don't see anything, that's a Linux thing. So that way it doesn't know, like somebody looking over your shoulder can't tell how long your password is. So we're going to sudo tac s in order to get sudo privileges. That way we can add user, and then we're going to call this test1, and then we're going to create a password for this. Don't worry about the rest. Yes, the information is correct, and there we go. Now, that is all you need to do on that side for this moment in time. Now, we will sudo to test1. I forget how you, su test1, and now we are at test1. And then we're going to cd, which is change directory, back to straight test1. If we hit ls, we have nothing in our file directory. It's just us here. Are you okay, Booger Butt? All right. Okay. So now we are going to come over to WinSCP or any FTP file service. This is the one that I like to use. We are going to, I'm going to copy this because that's my IP address from our server. We are going to go ahead and grab this here and go edit and paste that in there. And we are going to call this test1 because that's what we did our username over there. We are going to test right here. We are going to save that and we should be able to log in. There we go. This is the old one, so this won't happen to you. And then we have test1 right here. And there we go. Now we have a file structure. These have a period in front of them for Linux, which means that they are not going to be visible. You are going to need this folder right here. We are going to drag and drop that in. I will put the link to that in a Dropbox so that way you can have this. If you run into any type of issues for Steam to get your server to run on Linux, you need this folder right here, and you just drag it and drop it in the directory for your game. I'll keep a link for that in the description of the video. But we are going to go ahead and copy this over, and we're going to copy this over. It's going to take a while. And once this uploads, then you are going to grab your thing. This is my server. And you're going to upload it. And I am going to pause this video until that is done. Alright, and we're back. Now that that is all there, if we go back over here and we type ls, hey, we can see our Linux server. Notice it is blue. Now, that means that it's a directory. Now we want to cd Linux server. It is case sensitive. If we ls, we can see survival server.sh. Notice it's grayed out. That means we cannot do anything with it. So we need to come back over to here. We need to right click this. We need to go to properties, and we need to set this to 0755. And then if we come back over here and ls, it will be green. And then we only with Linux period / what is it? Survival server.sh tac log. Pretty sure that's what it is. We will make this full screen. We will hit enter, and there it goes. Saying it didn't create the server for whatever reason, but that's in the game. Don't worry about that. This is like an old thing, but it did put it there. You can see it is currently saving. So that is how you put them on there, and that's how you get it to run. that is that. Server's running. Ignore this part because I know it created it because it did it. They did that to me last time and it actually created it. But I mean, if you don't believe me, whatever. Don't believe me. I honestly, it doesn't matter to me because I know for a fact it works. So that is that for this video. That is how you add a user to Linux. That is how you get into your user that you created from Linux. That is how you chmod a file so that way it can be ran and how we run it. And if you don't put tac log behind it, it will not give you all the information that it gave me. And yeah, that's all I got for you. That's the end of this video. Have a good night, guys.